If you're over 60 and you've ever felt lightheaded, unusually tired, or just off during the summer months, there's a good chance it wasn't the heat itself. It was something far simpler and far more dangerous. Most seniors think they're drinking enough water. They're not. In fact, 5 of the most common habits I see in my practice are actually setting people up for dehydration without them even realizing it. And here's the part that surprises everyone. It's not just about how much you drink. It's about when, what kind, and what's quietly working against you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what those 5 mistakes are, and more importantly, what to do instead. The first mistake is the one almost everyone over 60 makes: waiting until you feel thirsty to drink. Here's what most people don't know. As we age, our thirst mechanism becomes less reliable. It's not your fault, it's biology. By the time you actually feel thirsty, your body may already be mildly dehydrated. Think of it like the fuel gauge in an older car. It still works, but it's a little slow to respond. You could be running low before the needle even moves. The fix is remarkably simple. Don't wait for thirst. Instead, make hydration part of your daily rhythm. Keep a water bottle within arm's reach, on the kitchen counter, next to your favorite chair, on the nightstand. When you see it, you sip it. That one small shift, from drinking when thirsty to drinking by routine, can make a bigger difference than any fancy electrolyte drink ever will. The second mistake surprises a lot of people: drinking only plain water. Now, I'm not saying water is bad. Water is essential. But when you sweat, and yes, you still sweat at 65 and 75, even if you don't feel drenched, you're losing more than just water. You're losing sodium, potassium, the electrolytes your nerves and muscles depend on to function properly. If you only replace the water and not the electrolytes, you can actually make things worse. It's called dilutional hyponatremia, and while that sounds complicated, what it means is simple. Your body's salt levels drop too low. This can cause confusion, muscle weakness, even dangerous heart rhythms. The solution doesn't require anything expensive. A pinch of salt in your water, a banana with breakfast, a handful of salted nuts in the afternoon, or, if you prefer, one of those low-sugar electrolyte packets from the pharmacy. Half a packet in a glass of water does the job without overdoing it. Mistake number 3, counting your morning coffee and afternoon tea toward your fluid intake. I see this constantly. Someone tells me, "Dr. David, I drink plenty of liquids. I have 3 cups of coffee and 2 glasses of iced tea every day." Here's the truth. Caffeine is a mild diuretic. That means it encourages your body to release water. So while coffee and tea do contain water, the net gain is less than you think. In hot weather, when your body is already losing fluid through sweat, relying on caffeinated beverages is like pouring water into a bucket with a small hole in the bottom. You're adding fluid, yes, but you're also losing it faster than you realize. I'm not saying give up your coffee, I enjoy mine too. But for every cup of coffee or tea, add 1 extra glass of water. That simple rule balances the equation. The fourth mistake is one that's rarely discussed, and it's especially relevant for anyone taking daily medications. Many common prescriptions for seniors, blood pressure medications in particular, especially diuretics, sometimes called water pills, are designed to remove excess fluid from your body. That's their job. They do it well. But in summer, when the heat is already pulling moisture from your system, the combination can be too much of a good thing. Add in certain diabetes medications, some antidepressants, even common over-the-counter antihistamines for allergies, and your body's natural hydration balance can be disrupted without you ever connecting the dots. This is not a reason to stop taking your medications. Please hear me clearly on that. Never stop or adjust a prescription without speaking to your doctor. But it is a reason to be more intentional about hydration and to have a conversation with your physician about your specific medications and how they might affect your fluid needs during the summer months. And finally, mistake number 5. And this one is the most important, so I want you to really listen. Ignoring the early warning signs your body is sending you. Dehydration in older adults often doesn't announce itself with a dry mouth or a raging thirst. It's quieter than that. It might show up as a headache that won't quite go away. Dark-colored urine, and I know nobody wants to talk about that, but it's one of the most reliable signals your body gives you. Muscle cramps, especially in your legs at night. Feeling confused or foggy when you're normally sharp. Dizziness when you stand up. Even a sudden wave of fatigue in the middle of the day when you slept perfectly fine the night before. These are not just getting older. These are your body asking for help. And the answer, more often than you might think, is simply more fluid, and the right kind of fluid, at the right times. So let me bring this together into something you can actually use tomorrow. 5 mistakes, 5 fixes. Number 1, don't wait for thirst. Sip throughout the day by keeping water visible. Number 2, don't rely on water alone. Add a small source of electrolytes, a pinch of salt, a banana, a handful of nuts. Number 3, for every cup of coffee or tea, add 1 glass of water to your day. Number 4, talk to your doctor about how your medications might affect your hydration needs in hot weather. And number 5, listen to your body's quiet signals. Headaches, dark urine, cramps, confusion, dizziness. Don't dismiss them. Act on them. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Staying hydrated isn't complicated. It doesn't require expensive products or complicated routines. It just requires a little bit of awareness and a few simple habits. And the reward, clearer thinking, steadier energy, fewer cramps, and a body that feels better in the summer heat, is absolutely worth it. If this video helped you, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It helps this channel reach more people who need this information. And I'd love to hear from you. How old are you? And what's one hydration tip that's worked for you? Drop your age and your tip in the comments. I read them. Stay well, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next one.